Hello everyone, it is I, Public Studs, and welcome to episode 1 of Ask the Stud. Yes, so welcome to Ask the Stud. Now, you guys know, for those who have been following my channel, I have been pretty resentful of doing a Q&A series. And I think that's because they're very overexposed in the YouTube channel, and I'm like, okay, how much is there for me to answer? As I get more involved with LEGO Star Wars and I start getting more, kind of like learning about what's going on and how it works more and more, I think that now I can kind of provide a more valuable insight than I would have previously on, LEGO Star Wars and LEGO in general. So I thought it was a good time to do it. And also, the big reason is today is my technically 4th channel anniversary. So I say technically because I created the account, I believe 4 years ago to this date, when this video uploads. And that is pretty awesome. Now, a little background story, and then we're going to get into it, and I'm going to actually tell you how you can ask your own questions for the next episode. But a little background, I started the channel because I wanted to have an account so I could talk to M&R Productions on a live stream. And now I am starting my own Q&A series, so I want to give a huge thank you to M&R Productions. My channel probably would not be here without him. So I appreciate him. That's a little tidbit of knowledge I bet a lot of you didn't know, and I think that's pretty cool. And also, if you guys would like to ask your own question in the comments, use the hashtag #AskTheStud in front of your question, and I will try my best to answer it. You could ask things about, what my predictions or thoughts are on certain LEGO Star Wars events, like news that comes out. You could ask pretty much anything in that area. And I will try my best to answer. And you could ask about pretty much anything else. I like lots of things. And as you learn about me more in these videos, hopefully I will, give you a better knowledge of myself and other things that I know about. But yeah, we're going to get on into it. I'm going to ask you all to kindly smash the like button, absolutely obliterate it. And then finally, I do want to mention the Venator series will be coming back very soon. I'm just waiting on a few small parts, and then it's gonna be back, I promise. It'll be here. But with that said, let's get into our first question. So I did ask some questions on my Instagram, just to get this out of the way. From now on, it's only going to be off of YouTube, so again, comment. But this is from Joker Zol. Do you think there will be an ATTE set / UCS set? So I've been talking about this, obviously, with the recent release of the Gunship. A lot of people are predicting what prequel sets are going to be next. The Gunship is obviously sold well. It's already sold out. Most UCS sets do, but that one sold out pretty quick, within a few days, 4 or 5 days, or a regular set. Now, I will have to say, probably not within the near future on the set, unless it is a very prominent thing in the Bad Batch Season 2, and I do see it as a possibility as a set that could come out. I know Brick Wizard 59's created some cool concepts, and, people have created cool concepts for that, but I do think, a UCS one will happen at some point. It's either it's a matter of time. I mean, in terms of UCS, I could see that going great alongside the ATTE Walker UCS set, and especially the Gunship. So if I had to give you a time frame, I'd say look towards 2023, 2024. That would probably make sense to me. I could even see it in 2025. I honestly think that'll be the year we hopefully get a Venator of some sort, because again, 20th anniversary of Revenge of the Sith. But then again, they haven't done anything for Attack of the Clones so far. Maybe they will. We'll see. But thank you for the question, and let's move into the next one. So, Joshi Parrish asked what my favorite LEGO theme is that is not Star Wars. It's cut off, but it says Star Wars. And this one is going to be a pretty blatant, just answer. Well, now it's going to be LEGO Muppets. Obviously, that is the new CMF coming out. That is going to be my theme, if that counts. But in a broader extent, my favorite LEGO theme is LEGO Disney. I have a huge fascination. I've loved Disney, obviously, since I was a small child. Like very small, and it was always great. I love Disney World, I love the parks and all that. So when I say Disney, I want to, get more specific. I'm not a huge fan of, the Mickey and Friends sets. I'm more a fan of, the park sets. So, we did get the Disney train station. I have that. I have the Disney Castle. I have the Steamboat. I have a Wall-E, which is, I guess, Pixar. And I have a bunch of other stuff. I have Winnie the Pooh. Which, again, is Disney. So I'm trying to collect most of them. I'm not going to probably be doing the murals. I was thinking about, getting those wall art ones. But, I'm less hyped about them now. I don't really need those. But yeah, so I'd certainly say LEGO Disney. I'm going to try getting into LEGO Marvel. I've had this new, kind of enjoyment of Marvel movies with the What If show, ironically. None of the other live-action shows got me, and the Hawkeye show actually looks really good. I'm excited for that one. It looks almost like a Die Hard type thing. But that's a totally different story. Now let's move into the very next question. Out of all your videos, which was the most fun to make? Now, there were a lot of fun videos, and honestly, like, if I had to give you guys a recommendation, I have an entire playlist called The Best of Republic Studs, and they're, like, my favorite videos, just ones I thought were really good and really enjoyable. I did one with Amazon reviews, I did one with the worst LEGO Star Wars set. That one's massively underrated, like, nobody watched it, but it was really good. I've done ones, I believe the pool videos, they're always the best. I think, honestly, I have to say the most recent pool video is probably the best, if not for my first pool video, where I throw the pools in the water, drop test them. They're both fantastic. If I had to recommend one video, those are great. They have some blurry camera shots, so I'll have to work on that next time around because, it's difficult to see with the lighting outside. It's not controlled like it is in here. But that was certainly a good one. And recently, I've had a lot of fun doing, stuff around the reviews. Like, I just enjoy that, and editing is pretty simple, so it's more of a, unstressful process. I really like my review of the gunship thumbnail. I'm so proud of that one. But anyway, next up is Republic Studs 100,000 when. Also, keep up the great work. You're doing great. Well, this is a question that, I get a lot, like, do you think you're going to hit 100,000? When will we hit 100,000? If I like to refer my analytics for subscriber counts to Social Blade. Usually it's pretty accurate. That's a website you can use, to predict how many subscribers or stuff you will have. If you have a channel, I totally recommend using it. It is a great source. They're not great when it comes to projecting, monetization money and that sort of stuff. But according to them, within the next year and about 4 months, I think I'll have it. So say next December or so, I'll have 100,000. And after that, it will be some more serious growth, which is kind of exciting. Like, within a year and a half, we're going to have 100,000 subscribers, so everything goes according to plan. Right now, by the end of this year, I'd like to hit 30,000, which would be nice. By next summer, I'd certainly like to have 60-something. And after that, it will be smooth sailing, and it's saying in about 5 years if I keep it up. So, basically, I believe my second year of college, if I'm in college or whatever, I will have, 900,000 subscribers, which is bananas, because that is a huge number, if that stays consistent, because again, it's getting very difficult in this community. Like, M&R Productions has been doing it 10 years, he's just hit 300-something thousand, SolidWorks Studios has been at it 12 years, at least, and he's still in the 300,000s, he almost had 400,000, I think, but yeah, so that is just a thing, you could kind of take with a grain of salt, but hey, we'll see. I certainly intend to improve upon my channel quality. I'd like to certainly, have a channel somewhat like Generic Stud. If you guys know who he is like the best editing quality ever. I personally am just not humanly capable of editing like that. So until I am, I'm not going to be able to produce that, because editing is not my, forte. It's not my favorite thing about doing the YouTube thing. My favorite thing is, putting out the content. So if I got someone else to edit for me, that would be great. I do have some fantastic editors. Right now I'm working with Brix Productions. And yeah, so I'll hit on more of that later. Again, if you have any questions on questions I answer, feel free to ask. But next up, from a very nicely named person, Lego Farts. What music you listening to? Now, I listen to lots of music, but I don't like any modern music, so pretty much anything, and when I say modern, I mean like anything after 1960. Like that's too modern for me. Like Beatles, Elvis, no. I like Sinatra music a lot. Sinatra is fantastic. And then after that, you really just have to go back to Gershwin classical music. I'm a weirdo. I like that kind of stuff. But I understand it. I will say, the Guardians of the Galaxy track is pretty fun. That's my guilty pleasure sometimes. It's I'm not a huge fan of all the music, but it is all right. And yeah. Now I'm going to be moving on to some YouTube questions. This is from Lord Garmadon Studios. What sets do you have sealed that you foresee will soar up in value? Now, in terms of sets I have sealed, I have obviously the 501st Battle Pack. I think those are all going to soar up in value, and it kills me seeing all these ones for $24 on shelves. Because no matter what, they are going to soar up in value in 5 years. They are going to be worth probably $90. That's pretty much a guaranteed investment. If you guys want some pretty safe money, just grab a 501st Battle Pack and lock it away somewhere. Honestly, I know it's tempting to open them. I know. I have so many sealed sets right here. Another one I think will certainly go up in value that I have sealed. I do have the Republic Fighter Tank. The box in the Fantastic Edition, it's already gone up a ton in value. I got it for free from my friend. He was really nice. He just gave it to me. That's already up to $100-something. And the build alone, is really popular. And it also comes with the Clone Trooper. It comes with Ayla Sakura. So I see that one going up maybe to 150. I don't really see it going above that. And I just have to think, I obviously have some old clone battle packs, but those are already up in value seriously. So if I want to say something, you know, more modern that I think is going to go up in value, I honestly have to say the Duel on Mustafar set. Now that was one that came out back in 2019, I believe 2019, 2020. Yeah, 2020. And that just retired, but it is still available on some sites, so if you have not gotten it, absolutely go get it while it's 20 bucks. It's still 20 bucks out there. It's still relatively cheap, so if not, go get that now. And that's a pretty cool one. I think that'll go up in value a ton. It comes with Obi-Wan and Anakin. It comes with this nice, you know, build of Mustafar. I mean, it's all right, but I really think that Obi-Wan and Anakin are eventually going to go for a good amount because LEGO's probably going to take another prequel hiatus. But next up, we have one from Dimothenius Ridsodius. I don't know how to pronounce your name, man. I'm sorry. He says, which 3 LEGO sets do you recommend new LEGO Star Wars collectors? Now, that's a good question. And if I had to, like, say you have to get 3 essential sets, and I base this, you know, off of new movies and, like, that type of stuff, and, you know, just say budget is completely out of the option, or out of the question. First, I'd say Moff Gideon's Cruiser. That is pretty current, based with, you know, The Mandalorian. If you like that show, I would totally recommend that. You're getting the basic characters. You're getting Grogu, you're getting Mando, you're getting Cara, you're getting, you know, Giancarlo Esposito's character, who I am blanking on, Moff Gideon, that's it. Fennec, all those characters. You're getting a Dark Trooper, which is pretty cool. You know, if those figures come out later, I'd say maybe hold off, you know, for if you're watching this in the future. But for now, that's a pretty good one to get, you know, just as a overall starter. And, you know, if you want, like, just certain types of eras, I'd say, you know, I'm going off of modern movies. And then another one, I'd say Final Force Battle Pack. That's an instant cop, no matter who you are. Just a great overall set. I really like it. $24 now. Obviously, you're going to be getting the 4 Final First Troopers, 2 Battle Droids. It's an easy starter kit. And then finally, I'm honestly going to say the Luke Skywalker's X-Wing Fighter. Now, you guys know I'm not a huge fan of it, but if you're just starting out on LEGO Star Wars, I feel like it's essential for pretty much everyone to have an X-Wing. You're getting a great starter figure selection. You're getting Leia, you're getting Luke, you're getting R2. Which are big, and obviously you're getting the Dodonna guy, which, you know, you could always use as a random combat soldier if you're just playing around with it, and you're just getting into LEGO Star Wars. And then again, if you want, you know, a combat with that, I'd say the TIE Fighter. With that, you're getting some Imperials to fight against. I would never recommend first being an Imperial shuttle. The new one is just not good. It doesn't come with a great selection. Get Darth Vader somewhere else, not that one. And I know I'm going over your question, like this is not what you asked, but, you know, honestly, if you can afford it, I'd say go for the Bad Batch shuttle. You're getting the whole Bad Batch set of characters. They are brand new. They are great. You're getting all of those awesome figures. I really love that set. So if you could stretch that one, I'd say that one too. I know I answered 2 more sets than you actually need. But those are just my baseline recommendations, like a buyer's guide for, like, if you had to ask for like 3 to 5 sets for Christmas, that's what you should get. Or that's what you should ask for. So this next one is good, from Key Motions. What do you think about LEGO printing backpacks and capes and stuff instead of just making some? Now this is the thing I've actually kind of wanted to address for a while. Now this is nothing new. Them printing on, you know, shoulders and waist commas and capes. They've been doing that since the dawn of time. Since back in 2005, actually, you know, I think of the Clone Battle Pack with the 327 Star Core. They printed, you know, the sash over the Clone Trooper. We saw that again with the Commander Neos. And, you know, they are printing again cloths on Clone Troopers. I wouldn't be shocked if that happened. They've done it with Airborne Troopers and all that stuff, at least in terms of torso stuff. Like with the Captain Rex minifigure, he did have a pauldron go over just because you couldn't really print that on. Now, I think what you're more referring to is the Bad Batch set, and you notice in the Bad Batch set, there's 2 main ones, and there are 2 main ones that I think I'm going to hit a little hard on here. The backpacks and Echo's leg waist capes. Now, LEGO has waist capes basically printed on, which kind of baffles me because even last year we got an Airborne Trooper with a regular cloth, so I don't know why they couldn't have given him a cloth. I guess they're cheaping out. I really do not know. Now, the big one, obviously, is the backpacks. All the backpacks on the Bad Batch are printed on, and they gave Tech a build. Now, the reason they give Tech a build is so his helmet would overlap without him, like, looking too weird. That's actually why I figured that out reviewing it, ironically. So yeah, that is obviously a thing I do not like a lot. I would have preferred they gave you some sort of build. They could have done a mold. I don't think they would have. But, you know, something would have been better than them just printing, mainly because also the Bad Batch has awesome back printing. Like it's sick. And I understand that LEGO already was pretty heavily invested in those guys. They had to make, like, a new mold for tech. Oh my gosh, that's so difficult. I feel so sad for them. And they had to do new printing on each figure. So I get it's tough work, but I think LEGO could still do better. I would have liked to see some buildable backpacks. And yeah. Now, those are all of my answers for today. If you guys enjoyed, please remember to hit the like button, and I want to hear your questions. I'm really excited. The next episode will probably be within 2 to 3 weeks, maybe a month. I don't know. This don't expect the series to be entirely consistent like others, like Matt's Mind or, M&R. All those are very consistent. This one will be very inconsistent. I can promise you that. And hopefully we'll do some more community stuff. I want to do a Reddit, review type thing. I love those. And I'm very excited to do that. I'm going to try to see if I get someone to start a subreddit. So if you know how, just reach out to me on Instagram. I'd be happy to do something like that. But that's it. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Remember to peace out and stay awesome.